have complied. This is outrageous. I have complied. I have complied. I couldn't hear it.
When are you going to take down your face covering?
This is a costume.
Are you going to take down your face covering?
This is a costume. If you just want to have a look at my face, I'll show you my face.
Mate, you're under arrest. Breach of 68A Public Order Act. Ain't matter to say anything, mate. I'm defending inspection Sunday or anything you do say, maybe. No, you can give an opportunity. Let's come over here. Get away from the crowd. Don't listen, mate.
I'm taking it off. I've taken it off.
And it needs to remain off.
Taken it off.
He's already been arrested.
Okay, cool. Yeah, nick him in. That's fine.
That's fine. I've taken my mask off. This is a scandal. This is absolutely outrageous. I've taken my mask off. I have complied. I have complied. I have complied. I have complied. I've taken my mask off. I have complied. This is outrageous. I have complied. I have complied. I couldn't hear it.
Your hand.
Shame on you! Shame on you!
This is democracy! Long live democracy!
Because you're the biggest mafia on earth as a police, and the public don't trust any police anyway, because they come and they arrest the wrong people every time.
And so what they're doing is putting bail conditions on the people that they've wrongfully arrested. And I'm saying wrongfully arrested because nothing has come of it. Often it's people who are complaining about a chant, and so the police are responding to that Zionist claim and just arresting people without actually recognizing what that chant was, and then subsequently allowing that person to be freed. And it is about curtailing of freedom of expression, freedom of speech, and all of that mantra. When it comes to saying anything against Israel, against the Zionism, and against all of those things that the pro-Palestinian marches are for, they have a problem, and they want to stop that from actually happening as they, in any capacity that they possibly can.
What is this showing? What is this showing? This showing this racism, this far-right Islamophobia that is on the streets, that is okay, that is acceptable. And what does it say to us? It says that we're not welcome. That's what they're saying, because that is exactly what they're saying on stage. They're saying the Muslims are the problem. They're saying that Islam has no place in the West when we've been here for centuries. So we are here to say, we stand strong, we stand together, we stand united, because together is our strength, our unity is our strength. And these people, the bigoted people that try and divide us, they have to go. There's no place for them, because that just spews hatred, just creates this division that is not wanted, that is not needed. We want to live together in peace, in unity, as we've always done. But these political factors that come in to deliberately cause havoc within our communities, this is something that we are standing here against. We're standing, as I said, for unity. We're standing against the division of hate, and we'll continue.
Say it clear and say it loud. Palestine, you make us proud. Palestine, you make us proud. Palestine, you make us proud.
What we do see is two-tier policing, because when protests take place outside the Islamic Centre of England in Maida Vale or the Manchester Islamic Centre in Manchester, they allow those to happen, and they're actually protesting against those places of worship. So what we're seeing is somehow some people being given privileges that even if you're going past, not even marching against the synagogue or whatever, just going past, they have a problem with them, and they want to. And what they're trying to do is weaponize this thing to actually shut down and reduce the amount of protests that are taking place, and people are waking up, standing up for the Palestinian issue, and they want to clamp down on it in any way that they possibly can. And this is another tool, and it's a shame that they are conflating Judaism with Zionism, because these are two completely different things.
One! We are the people. Two! We won't be silent. Three! Stop the bombing now, 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 now.
They're standing against fascism, against the ethno-fascist state of Israel, and the fascist policies of this UK government, which will become even more extreme if Reform was to get elected. So I'm really happy here to be with Islamophobia, racism, hatred, and yeah, it's great to be here.
What about the police commissioner, Mark Rowley? He's been like doing lots of speeches at Israel lobby group things, hasn't he?
What he's doing is being lobbied, and he's going into political speeches and so on and so forth with regards to targeting these pro-Palestinian marches. You can see that with the heavy police presence and the way that they're targeting people and trying to cut those things down. And despite the fact that when these are put before, many of these arrests are put before the CPS, they don't actually, the CPS don't even bother prosecuting. So it's about creating an environment of fear that they are relying on to try and stop these protests from, to scare people and reduce the number of people that are coming. But despite all their efforts to try and reduce the numbers, try and reduce the people that are coming, people are still coming.
Iran, you're doing what all these weak Muslim nations, Arab nations are failing to do. You're defending the world honor. You're defending truth. And you lot are honorable people, and your army is strong because Trump is scared. Trump is scared. The American army is scared. Israel's scared. Netanyahu's scared. All of them are scared of Iran.
You're asking Mohammed Reza, who was actually stabbed in Whitehall, at the heart of government, in the seat of that place. And I said, there's going to be no rolling coverage. There's going to be nothing that said that the terrorist attack has taken place because it's against a Muslim. And nothing happened. And literally, a day or so later, there was a guy who clearly had some kind of mental health conditions and so on and so forth. And he stabbed a Muslim, and he stabbed a couple of Jews who were and therefore, guess what was picked up? And everything became, in terms of terrorist attack, all this, Cobra meeting was called by Keir Starmer, and all that kind of stuff started to happen because they were focusing on people, on the Jews that were attacked, rather than thinking about the wider thing, because they want to use those kind of things to actually target these pro-Palestinian, anti-Zionist, anti-Israel marches and so on. And there was nothing called...
politicized, aren't they?
And so if you were really thinking about it, you'd think, well, there's a Muslim that's been attacked. So clearly the motivation for that guy is not political. Mohammed Reza, the person, you asked about, what had happened with him? He was attacked and he was arrested instead of being considered. Why was he arrested? Because there were people who the police were listening to outside of they said, oh, he's the one that had done something or whatever, when that clearly wasn't the case. That arrest was stopped. All those kind of things took place. But also, we didn't hear from the government that all this racist, anti-Islamic, anti-Palestine rhetoric that has led to the attack on Mohammed Reza is not being stopped. The parliamentarians themselves are responsible for some of the language of what they're saying and how they're saying it, as well as people from the side of the Zionists and so on that are making those kind of claims, whether it's online, whether it's in speeches and so on, and nothing is actually being done to stop that from happening. But they did call it.
There's all the false flag stuff as well, isn't there? Like that's being blamed on that phony Iranian group, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of things that were very suspicious about what was being said around that as well, around the attack on the ambulances and so on and so forth. So all of those things are a number of issues, and it's supposed to be an Iranian group, but it was writing in Arabic. All sorts of problems that they were that they hadn't even thought through how they were going to manage this particular one, and that fell apart very quickly.
هموطنان عزیزم، واقعا شما باعث افتخار ما هستین در غرب. زنده باد ایران برای همیشه، زنده و پاینده ایران.